The time has come. Our favourite boot sale on earth has officially reopened.
And on top of that, the small person looks like she's currently residing in HMP Somerset.
She does, doesn't she?
She looks like she's an inmate.
But that's okay. We're like, inmates have got style these days.
Welcome to my hood. Yeah.
Anyway, Marksbury is... Oh, I just love it. It's got good vibes. The lanes are well spaced. That, my friend, is dressing room darling running.
What an animal.
For
Fair
a find.
play.
And I left it in because I knew she'd hate it. Anyway,
Much love.
She was running to see that Man United kit. They had 3 Man United, it's 90s kits.
Yeah, 90s.
Kids sizes, varying conditions, I have to say. And they wanted £100 for all 3 plus a pair of shorts.
Yeah. Which probably is a decent deal, but I'm guessing men's are where the cash is at.
Yeah, I guess so. And £100, is £100 at the end of the day. We do come back to that store later, and it is a store we had been to before in another video, funny enough.
Yeah, and we have some background on that then.
Anyway, so we carry on. What I was saying is the lanes are really wide. This is a good example as well on... Sorry, I got distracted. This is a good example. And we looked at this store at the beginning when there was a rush on. And it's not included in the video because our battery ran out. But we went back to this store right at the end. And on the floor was a pair of Zadig and Voltaire needle corduroy dark green men's trousers for £8, I think we paid.
And those rails are full of Nike. There's some Ralph pieces, but there was some like New Look and H&M as well. So it just goes to show like people aren't getting on their hands and knees at that point.
No.
Or at all through the day.
It's like a visual quick search. This was a rail of cashmere.
That lady across the way was giving me evils.
So this is straight cashmere. Every piece is 100%. Varying sizes.
Varying labels too.
And when I say varying sizes, I mean there's some size 8s and some size 20s.
Yeah.
So it was strange. They were £10 each, which actually, if we were in a charity shop, isn't bad.
Do you know, actually, when I look back, if you'd picked some of the nicer pieces for 10 quid, if you'd spent like 50 quid on them, 5 or 6 maybe.
100%. I didn't want to... I was going to say...
Tell the folks why, though.
I was going to say blow my load.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what I was going to get
because you never know what you're going to find.
And this is quite far from, like, there's no cash machines on site. There's nowhere to get extra cash.
You have to wait up. I did, however, love these big pendant, industrial style pendant lights. I don't think Austin would let me store them, let alone.
I thought this was cool. Someone's going to tell me it's worth several £1,000s now. It looked very old. It's not old, obviously, because it's very GoPro-esque. Or is it old and I'm totally wrong? I know nothing on electronics, so please hit me in the comments.
It's a waterproof case.
It's a cyber shot, so it's not like 1980s or anything.
Is it a camera?
But yeah, it is.
I thought it was just the case. Or was it an underwater camera?
Oh no, I don't know if there was a camera in there, but it was if it was whatever it was it was a camera or it was the.
Can you tell we're clothing resellers? I don't think you can.
No, not at all.
Moving on, do you see how there's humongous amounts of people that go to this one? Also, but they spread so well.
They. Oh God! Well, let's move on from talking how people spread.
No, I'm saying they don't get all bunch up. The third row is normally the busiest.
Yeah,
because it's narrower.
And this was actually a really cool hat. Like I don't know if you get the same. I'm just one of those people. There was fading. There was some marking. Like it wasn't perfect.
The logo was orange, Austin.
It was a vintage. No, it was a vintage. It was a cool vintage hat, a Raiders hat, right? And there would have been some good value in it. But when people, I think it was like a £5 or something, they were asking for it, which is fair enough. But I expect caps to be like £1 at most because I'm cheap when it comes to hats.
It's boot sales.
I look at them like they've asked for like 100 quid or something. £5. It's
funny as well. We agreed they were going.
Why did I not get this?
I'll
tell you what I got. I didn't get this. No. I tell you why I didn't get this. They wanted about £10, which is, I think the going rate on eBay is about 15, maybe 20 for a really good condition. The screen, if you couldn't, I don't know if you could tell there or not, the screen had been kind of, I don't know, been pushed in almost.
Prodded.
Exactly that.
That hat had ants.
They wanted £10.
Hat had ants in it.
That's why I put it back down.
We do pick up a little bit of vintage and that kind of thing when we do boot sale season, because we put it on Depop and it sells well. It's like a bread and butter sauce.
Well, after going through our boxes the last few days, our unlisted boxes, I don't think we do put on Depop, Bethany. What we do is we put it into boxes and then eventually get onto Depop or eBay
that's what I was saying.
Or other places.
So when it comes to car boot videos, there will be a little bit of variation, very minor, and like we always say, you can find luxury boot sales, and we do find luxury boot sales. Does that mean every store is covered head to toe in it? No. No.
There was some cool trainers on our store. This one we just visited, and it was all it was a sign saying shoes or trainers individually priced, which scares the living bejesus out of me.
That's the same as seen.
Yeah. These were Brooks.
Brooks Ghost 8.
8.
Yeah.
Not 7 or
Ghost 8.
or 9.
And I respected the woman because she said, these have got a lot of miles left in them.
Yeah, she gauged it not by like, oh, they got some great grip, or no, many miles left on those.
Have you sold these already?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, so paid £5, sold for 35 on VINTED.
Vinted.
So
yes, I was
full profit.
Straight up profit.
We actually listed them for 45, but we are a little bit more flexible on VINTED because why, Austin?
There's no fees.
Anyway, so this lady also had a rail, which is beautiful, and she had a bag on the floor, which I find much more attractive, and the bag on the floor wasn't priced, and she stuck little labels and everything. You know, those people are that organised, just like I find amazing. But anyway, and
my hand looks fat in this angle. I'm just going to let everyone know that.
It happens to the best of us, hon. Maybe do a bit more working out with your hands.
I don't know what that means. I don't want to know.
Hand working out. Anyway, this is just turning into quick smut. Yep. Anyway, I found in there, in the bag, I found this skirt here, which I'm going to show to Austin. I said to the lady, how much is it? Just so everyone knows, I have severe boot sale anxiety, so I never ask the price of things because I'm terrified of humans.
Free people.
But it was free people. It was faux leather. I don't even think it's suede.
No, it's not.
It's not faux suede. It's faux leather.
It's not.
Or for anyone who wants to go down the route, I say vegan leather.
Look, she got the sign out again. Like,
anyway, £1.
Just gave me away.
I'm talking about my skirt.
Sorry.
Free people skirt, £1. I've listed it for 50.
That is a cracking.
If you get the more bohemian free people stuff, and I'm talking like
the full-on dresses, like the kind of like the dresses,
kaftans or maxi dresses, they can be really big money. Go to eBay. I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to put a comp in here.
If the dress,
go to eBay and look at what's highest sold.
If the dresses are the kind of dresses that you can imagine someone wearing, running through fields
Coachella.
of like no, well, yeah, that's really
how
cool.
It was, not how
but I'm
it
giving
is.
it back in the day. I'm saying like running through like cornfields and stuff, like
70s hippie
and
power.
laughing, yeah, like for no apparent reason.
This is,
That's
if we can get Austin to be quiet, this is a Mark by Marc Jacob, which is discontinued brand. It is from their watch collection. However, it is a necklace, so it's in the shape of a zipper. And
it's supposed to be like a zip pull.
It's a watch on a chain. Now, these are very popular with several types of people, and I'm going to get a bit weird now. So, nurses, where, you know those little clip-on watches, so they can turn them upside down?
I know.
Yeah. Well, surely they could just wear those and be like...
No, because they would dangle all over the place.
Yeah, true. I did think
and
about
no one
that.
wants to dangle when they shouldn't be dangling.
As I said that. Let's think of other professions. Teachers?
Or how about we just think of someone who appreciates a lovely looking watch on a chain?
Anyway, we paid £8. I think her husband has stepped away and she didn't know how much he wanted it for it, and she seemed a little bit panicked.
Pick it up, so pay and run.
We paid the £8. She's cute. We paid the £8.
I was being promised to Pinky promise at that point. We'd promised that she could go on some kind of trampoline or something.
I wrote that.
There was a Pinky promise made.
Anyway, I'm going to list it for 70 to 80 just because it is a discontinued range there.
It came with dust bag and box as well, and yeah, I like. Well,
Austin picked this up. Actually, I'm looking at that coat stand. Oh, that's a vibe. That looks like vintage IKEA, that coat stand. Anyway, can't think about that now. This is a Kangol hat. Think Samuel I. Jackson.
Samuel I. Jackson.
I said L with an accent.
All right. All right.
Samuel L. Jackson.
All right.
Yeah.
Bosh.
I did put it on, but Austin was embarrassed by me, so he told me to remove it.
And next level, take it off.
We
take
paid
it off your head now.
£1, and they go for about £40. They used to go for a lot more. The money has come down on the backwards flat caps.
Can I tell you why?
Because they're not cool anymore.
No, they're hella cool, but there's a lot of reproductions, and they brought the whole thing out like they did with the LL Cool J hat.
They bought them out.
There you go, and the kids buy those ones.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they go better, don't they? LL. Do you know what LLJ Cool stands for? Ladies love
Cool James.
Cool James.
LL Cool J. Yeah, good. You remembered that from the other video.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Well done, you.
Thanks. This lady had she had some sea salt. It wasn't bad.
Mama said knock you out.
It wasn't bad. There was size 8s, which obviously is, you know, not great. I'm trying to pick up larger sizes of sea salt because they sell better.
And that was
However, that was £5. That was £8. That's not bad.
I thought it was 5 and 10.
I always try and go to boot sales with the same expectations I have in charity shops. Charity shop prices.
No, I don't. I don't, you know.
No, because then when they get them cheap, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but no, the reason I don't is in a charity shop, we never do. I say this because we never do anyway, but people watching can take things back if they find holes in charity shop stuff. You can't do that at the boot sale. So, like, unless I mean, you can stand there and you can check an item over for like 10 minutes, but do you really want to waste your time doing that at a boot sale? Not really.
No, I don't, Austin.
Well, that's good, Bethany.
Yeah, okay.
And you better listen to what I'm saying, lady.
Talk about this, because I'm not.
Okay, Averex is a it was really, really cool kind of mid
Cool?
late night, like so cool, late 90s, early 2000s, American brand, and they made kind of over the top kind of leather jackets, multiple colors, really cool prints. If anyone knows who Pele Pele is, it was kind of that kind of vibe, very hip hop, very kind of cool at the time, very urban, if you will. And they were like, their leather jackets used to go for like £1,000. I'm talking about like
How
like
much
you
did
say,
you pay for that,
late
Garmin?
90s. 5 quizzles.
Do you know how much
That
they
wasn't
go?
a great piece. If you saw a leather jacket,
Do you know how much they go for, Austin?
what, resale or retail?
Resale. You haven't looked, have you? You haven't looked.
No.
I've had to list it, but you haven't looked.
I'm guessing just because it's not a great item, but it's a brand. The brand will sell it. I reckon about 55 to about £70.
Well, you're going to be very happy with what I found on the internet. 90 to 150.
Well, yeah, but for down 150, surely.
No, that
Polyester film.
exact one on the Depop.
Okay, I'm just better than I know I am. What do you want me to tell you?
I've listed ours for 90 because it has a little bit of colour fade on the back.
It does indeed. For anyone watching as well, that brand, if you do find the said leather jackets, which are like, if you see them, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll pop a picture in here. We're not doing comps in this video necessarily, but I'm going to put a picture in so you know what I'm talking about. They go for, like, now, if you buy a vintage one, you can get 1,000 for it easy. You'll get retail what retail was then. So if you can see one for like 25, 30 at a charity shop or a boot sale, grab. Remember
Wonderful.
the name.
Atrix. What did you say?
No, Averex.
I wasn't listening.
And don't get twisted with Atrix, actually. The kind of the hypey kind of go-up core brand.
Yeah,
it's not the same thing.
That's other stuffs. Anyway, this was a younger couple. Now, not judging them by their age, but they were very cool. There's a wavy shirt there, as the kids say. On their store, I did notice 2 things. Firstly, he was selling a Mac laptop, and secondly,
Why did you notice that?
I'm in the market. And secondly, he had a 90s IKEA egg lamp.
Ah, yes, I'm with you now. I remember the store.
Now, this egg lamp is a little chappy who's got little silver feet, and you can see him there. Look at him being an egg man. It sort of looks like an egg crossed with like a rocket ship, in my personal opinion.
With feet.
But now,
look at it right there on the right of the screen, right now in the corner.
I'm going to tell you about IKEA. IKEA are relaunching their 90s collection in modern colours.
How cool! Some of the like most iconic 90s pieces.
Yeah, like some really cool stuff. So to look out for the originals right now is like really good. I know people harp on about IKEA, and I totally agree. But the 90s stuff and the vintage stuff is fire. Now this has varying comps. So on Etsy, where all the cool kids hang out, you know, who are deep in the interiors game, they're asking near off 3 figures for these bad boys.
What a nice guy. Give me a bag as well.
I know. That is, what are they called? Millennials?
Yeah. No?
Boomers?
No, that's...
I don't even know what they are.
So why are we saying it?
I just think that's a very kind, thoughtful person.
Do you know what I was more impressed with? The folding of it before he actually opened it out. It was folded up.
That's the kids. They care about the earth, don't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, on eBay, rubbish. But I'm going to hold out, and I'm going to push for a good price on that because of the new collection coming out. That is all I have to say. We paid £5.
Leave it there. That was an original PlayStation PS1 record bag, or like messenger
records?
bag.
Would you put records in it?
Well, are you looking at me like I don't own like over 1,000 records?
He doesn't.
I don't own a record, not a single one. But what I'm saying is,
was it made to fit the console?
I guess possibly.
Yeah,
maybe it's just a merch piece. I don't know. If you do know, or you're like deep in the retro gaming world, drop a comment. Let us know. I'm going to be honest, that information will probably go one in, one out the other. By the same token, I would appreciate to know, as of right now.
Yeah. Do you know when that like cotton stuff goes bubbly?
What cotton stuff?
You know, on the front of those vintage like nylon.
Yeah, I was going to say. So it basically it kind of bubbles. It's come away from either the heat or the cold or the damp. It's come away from the original stretched kind of bag frame, I guess you'd say.
Now, this lady was selling 2 off-white pieces. This one she claims was 100% real, and the T-shirt behind she said was from eBay and is 100% fake.
Give a luxury picker's opinion on both those items.
From my official authentication background, these items were both fake.
One was a better quality fake.
She wanted £100 for the hoodie, and she wanted whatever she wanted for the T-shirt.
£100 for a knockoff hoodie, guys. Like, just... I'm concerned for people who, like just don't do it. Like, I wouldn't pay £100 for...
But why would you put them next to each other?
But then, I think it's like, these were really cool polo jeans, but they were stained and they were, like, newer tagged, but not at all newer tags, because you have to put them through, like, a...
Deep clean.
Deep clean.
Sterilisation.
Like a bleach wash. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. What was I saying then about the off-white?
Just selling one for 100 and a fake next to a fake one. Who's gonna? Oh, I just wanted to say shout out the big man. Shout out Click Right. I looked at the date.
I'm checking the fact they had a website, the dates, everything, and we were even like, oh, it's got a website. It's got a website. Yeah, but they had websites in the 90s. What is this about?
Yeah, and I was like, some of the early 2000s.
Click Right. Really, you are moulding our brains. It's not on, and it can't happen.
You're gonna put that down. He's gonna message and say £7,000.
And the thing is, like, there's a lot of people who say a lot of things about a lot of different things, which resellers. That guy constantly sells those things for hundreds, and it makes me so angry.
Yeah.
Why? Because I don't have them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna find some link shower gel. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find some.
I just want to show him.
And I want to be like, Click Right, love me now.
By the way, if you're not following Click Right, go and follow Click Right. He is a man, a myth, and a legend. He's also got a really cool podcast. Go and listen to that too on iTunes.
Anyway, that one, I don't think that one was worth any money. What were we actually...
No, it was worth nothing. But thank you anyway.
Always look out for vintage links, though. I'm being really serious. Like, he's going to shout us now for giving up his game, but he shares this. It's a really, like, untouched market.
No, it's not at all. People are aware of it, obviously, but he finds it. Like, a lot of people talk about it, but they don't find it. Yeah. He finds it constantly.
So cool. Anyway, that is the last on the trio, the trilogy, the threesome.
The threesome. Okay.
That was the car boot videos. We'll be back with normal charity shop in depth.
I've said it once, I'm saying it again. We're going to do a haul next.
We're going to do a haul.
Bye.